Hello everyone, welcome. You are on the run with the Running Realtor. Join me on this run as we highlight small businesses and organizations. Our mission is to encourage you to shop locally and enjoy all that Yuba-Sutter has to offer. So on today's show, we are going to actually run over and visit with Jeff, the founder of SAYlove. But before we do, we are actually standing in front of the Silver Dollar Saloon. If you don't know it, you need to know it. It's the oldest building in the downtown Marysville area. It was built in actually 1851. It was known as the Grand Hotel, and it was also a running brothel until 1972. So anyways, if you won't go in there, you will enjoy amazing food, and it's also like a small museum in there. They have things from the 1800s all over the place. It's like going back, blast from the past kind of thing. Upstairs, they still have a lot of the memorabilia from the 1800s. You can run up there and check it all out. And not only that, they also have like a small little venue in there that you can do meetings and gatherings and parties. So anyways, come on down, eat some yum food at the Silver Dollar Saloon, and enjoy all the history that they have to offer. Now let's run on over and go talk to Jeff with SAYlove. Hello everyone, Olivia Husky, the Running Realtor, and today we are here talking to Jeff. We're actually inside Stephen's farmhouse, and it smells so good in here. But we're not going to be talking about sweets today. We're going to actually be talking about SAYlove, a nonprofit organization that Jeff started. And so I can't wait for everyone to get to know him better and just to see what he does here in the Yuba-Sutter area. So we're going to jump right in with my top 3 little questions about getting to know Jeff.
I'm on to you.
He's on to me, he says. He did some research. All right, Jeff, so were you born and raised here in the Yuba-Sutter area?
Yes, I was. I'm a honker. I heard one of your other interviews, he said he was a honker. I am also. Most of us are honkers if we've lived here all our lives anyway. I went away to school for 2.5 years to Chico, and that's my only time that I've been away. And the rest of the time I've been farming here for the last 40 years and just retired this past year.
Good for you.
So now I'm focusing on SAYlove full time and just having a good time.
Awesome. And so what keeps you here then?
My love for this community. You know, we were talking prior to taping this that I love California. You hear about people leaving and stuff and wanting to go someplace else. I want to stay here and make California try to do what I can to do my part.
Yes, that's great. Yeah,
So.
We're here to bring life to our little Yuba-Sutter area.
Exactly.
What motivates you every morning? What gets you up? What gets you going?
Well, for a lot of years, it was raising my family and just doing the things that young families and adults have to do, raise children, provide for them and everything else. My children are grown now. My youngest is 22, I believe, and my oldest is 35. So now I just look at things, how I can give back to the community. It's provided me well with the farmhouse here and what we've done farming, and I'm just at a point in my life that I want to give back, and so that's what I'm trying to do.
Bucket list, if you have a bucket list.
Bucket list.
Is there something you would want to do sooner rather than later that's on there?
I thought about this question, because I heard, and I've traveled a lot, extensively. I've traveled all over the world, basically, in different ways. I've seen a lot of the United States and enjoyed it, but right now my bucket list is pretty full with just what I'm doing here in the community. It's the last 3 to 4 years has changed my life. It's like sometimes I don't even recognize myself. And it's been really exciting to see how this community has accepted and attached itself to SAYlove, and that's really what keeps me going in the day. It gives me purpose, and I'm happy to do it.
Joy.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, let's dig into SAYlove then.
Okay.
Let's let people know what SAYlove is all about.
Okay. So I had just got back from Cambodia, and we had served about 10 days at an orphanage. And after that point, it was like, is this the best there is? I had been driving out my driveway, and for a long time there was people dumping trash in the area, the rural areas, and I drove out my driveway one day and there was a mattress about 200 yards down from my house. And for some reason, it just clicked. A light bulb went on. Instead of complaining about it, ranting about it, I would get on Facebook and rant. Why doesn't anybody do something about it, or just rant?
Right.
And it clicked. Instead of ranting about it, why don't you do something about it? And so I started thinking about what SAYlove could be. I didn't want to just make it a work project because, nobody wants to just come out and work.
Yeah.
They probably would to help the community, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to make it fun. I wanted to make it something that the community could be proud of, and that would build community. That's the main purpose behind SAYlove. A lot of people think it's just about cleaning up. No, it's about building community and making our community closer, and where we all can be proud of our community. So I knew that people like to eat, so I thought, okay, we can provide them lunch.
Yeah.
I knew people like to wear t-shirts, so we'll get them a t-shirt. Everybody likes donuts, so
Right.
so that's basically the recipe for SAYlove, is
Okay.
just come out. And what it has created, though, and what I didn't see it creating, but I wanted it to, was all the relationships that have come out of SAYlove. I can't, every time I go out in the community, I'll have people stop me and tell me, what a wonderful thing it is, how many friends that they've gotten from it. It's created an energy and a closeness that I wanted, but I didn't know really how to think about how to do it, but it's done it anyway, and which is a gift.
I love that you said that everybody rants and rage. They were like, why isn't this getting done? Why isn't this getting done?
And I was just as guilty.
Well, no, for
Yeah.
sure. And I know there's a song like that. I think Toby Keith has a song about that. If not you, who? Or if not now, when?
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know what SAYlove is. So what is it exactly that you guys do out in our community?
We go out, the SAYlove Day is the last Saturday of the month, and we go out, and all during the month I'm looking for projects. How can I help? How can SAYlove help? And this last month we focused on parks. We did 2 parks over in the Linda Olivehurst area that had just kind of been deserted, that the gangs have taken over, and we cleaned them up, and we're going to continue to make sure that they stay cleaned up. We go out to rural areas, we ask for trailers. To people, just bring your trailers. And they do, and we just go out to rural areas, and wherever there's illegal dumping going on or garbage, we clean it up. We've done the homeless areas. We've cleaned up cars in the river bottoms. What I love to do, and what I try to do, is like partner with Rotary, partner with the city of Yuba City, partner with Marysville.
Right.
The more we can partner with different groups, the more we can get done, and it brings energy to SAYlove. It brings energy to their clubs or organizations. It's just really good to have the community all working as one, and that's what I try to do, is to get as many organizations, businesses. Part of what SAYlove is an organization or a business has to sponsor. And they for that the least amount is for $1,000. It covers the shirts, and it covers the lunch. So an organization, and they can donate more, and you get more. You get your name on the T-shirt if you donate a little bit more, and it works that way. We give them different levels, and so, and that's one of the things I go back to too. I don't have to go looking. Right. Most people come to me, and that's pretty unheard of as a nonprofit.
When you first started this nonprofit, how did you start getting your word out to everybody, or did it just start?
It spread really.
It
spread really quickly. I financed the first month, and then Jerry Handy with 4G came in with some funds, and I put in about $1,500. I told my wife, I come up with these crazy ideas. I'm going to take $1,500 and do this crazy thing. I didn't know if 5 people would come out or 50 people would come out.
You got to start somewhere, right?
We got about 35 people out that first time, and it built for I don't know how many months that it just kept increasing, and then the first month that it decreases, like, you know, I was real sad, and, you know, oh, my numbers are going down. My wife goes, what are you talking about? You know, everybody was like, you can't expect it to go up every month. Yes, I can. But anyway, so it kept on coming up. And then, so some months, depending on weather, depending on what's going on in the months, we get usually somewhere between 75 to last month we had 300, another month we had about 400, so we can get a lot of people coming out.
I think I saw a picture of last month, so there was a
huge.
lot of people
and that's
on there.
not including, we have down in South-Sutter County, we have a branch of SAYlove that goes out on their own.
Okay.
So there may be 20 to 30 people down in South-Sutter County going around, like Riego Road and that area, Housley, and cleaning up.
So speaking of like the areas that you find and pick and everything, the different areas that we have in our community.
Okay.
Do you drive through and just pick a spot? Do people call you on these places? How do you know where to go? And
I call it reconnaissance. So a few days before a SAYlove event, if we're doing trash in the area, I'll go out and just find the worst spots. And now, by doing this for 3 years, I know where the worst spots are. I don't really even have to go. I know where it's going to be. Linda, all of hers, they're always a challenge in different areas. Down by Pease Road, at the end of Pease Road, on off of Township is always a challenge. There's just areas that I know are
that you already
bad.
know.
And but you can go throughout the community and you never know where you're going to find it. But I know for lately, though, there's a lot of phone calls and needs in this area different than just picking up dump sites. And you know, we've gotten more into the homeless. We've gotten more into inner city, Yuba City, parks. When I say Yuba City, I don't mean Yuba City, both Sutter and Yuba counties. There's a lot of stuff that I'm doing outside of my regular SAYlove days too. That working with the Dixie Fire, for instance, I'm taking a load of product up there probably next week that we still have collecting money. We did.
You guys did the clothes.
We did the clothes drive. We did. Gift cards. This community raised over $30,000 in just gift cards for the Dixie Fire. I still have some money that I need to give away for that. So.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for that. I also want to let people know when you're doing it, what they need to bring with them, or if they need to bring anything with them, and just let them know where and what. And
what's wonderful about SAYlove is that I love seeing grandparents out with their grandkids. I love seeing mothers and dads out with their kids, just serving the community. One of the best things, that most rewarding thing to me, is a lot of times the camp singer kids come out, and I had one last event that came up to me and says, "You can't believe how much this has meant to me," and that's impacting lives.
That alone right there,
That is impacting lives, and that's what I want to do. I want to impact people's life in a positive way. So every last Saturday of the month we meet at 7:30 in the morning at 600 George Washington Boulevard, which is the Nazarene Church. They have a large parking lot because it takes a lot of parking area to get everybody to coming out, and all the trailers and equipment. So we meet there, and I usually have 5 or 6 different places to go, and we just kind of spread out. Or if you just want to go out on your own and clean up your own community, we just say, go, because it's like herding cats when you get that many people. We just say, go, do what you can, and we will meet wherever we're meeting for lunch. And we just have a big lunch and have a good time.
So you just pick a park or something and just go?
We usually partner with the organization, whoever's sponsoring it that month, and
Oh, okay.
whatever they
Got
want
it.
to do. Sometimes we have pizza, sometimes we have tri-tip sandwiches, sometimes we've had Chinese food, we've
wow.
had Indian food.
Nice.
We always try to make it really
Change it up.
yeah, change it up and try to have it someplace different, and that would be fun. One time we had it at the ballpark over in Marysville. Just
Okay, yeah.
so people see different things and experience different things. It's always a new experience. I wanted to make it fun
Yeah.
and a new experience, and so.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today and interviewing, getting to know you a little better, and thank you for what you do in our community. It is very greatly
Thank you for what
appreciated.
you're doing. I like to say we're all part of SAYlove. If we're out doing anything good, I can take credit for it because we're all part of SAYlove. The community is SAYlove. SAYlove is not anything other than the community helping itself to do good things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're helping, you're being part of SAYlove.
Yeah.
So all right.
Good. Well, awesome. Well, thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thank you.
We're going to go buy pies.